Hello everyone, it is Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. I have just gotten home, my finals are over, my building is closed, I am done with school for the next 2 to 3 weeks, so I am in a very, very good mood, and I wanted to quickly make a video and make a discussion video. We got some really cool news yesterday, so a big thank you to Atemi from Yugioh Academia, Rarity Fangirl, and Speedroid Knight, Scarlet Cypher, a bunch of other people for just keeping me updated. Thank you to everyone who sent me stuff as usual. I'll link it down below. I'm going to quickly go over the information we received, but it seems like we do have Zarcs opponents released, and there is a shocking name, and you probably see it in the title, that is going to be one of Zarcs' opponents according to the most recent scan. So here's the picture, and the picture is of Sora, Edo, Shun, and Kaido. Those first four on the top we knew were going to be dueling Zarc. Then we have Gongenzika and Jack, which is what I kind of predicted. Shingo and Crow. And then Reiji and Rara. So interestingly, there is no Rei. That's one of the first things I noticed, but the very first thing I noticed, and the first thing I think everyone noticed, is what the hell is Crow doing back? Now, I've been trying to, I've had 24 hours now to think about it, to what I want to say, whether I like it or not. It looks like this is another edit that was done by Atemi, and she kind of grouped it in teams, and I 100% agree with this. We know Sora and Edo are going to duel Zarc. Then we know Shun and Kaido. Some people speculate that maybe Gongenzika, Jack, Shingo, and Crow will do a 4-on-1 duel against Zarc. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it will be Gong and Jack, and then I think it will be Shingo and Crow, and then we will have the Akabas, Reiji, and Rara taking on Zarc. We did get a little more text from this scan right here, and it says that wormholes are starting to pop up in the 4 merging dimensions, causing people to panic. Also, Reiji and unspecified companions who accompany him are trapped inside Academia due to the dimensional distortion, which, that makes sense, and I don't think there's going to be any shocking, unspecified companions. Back to this Crow thing, though, it just makes no sense to me. Now, we know that he is carded. We know, due to Edo, that there is a way to reverse the carding, that, carding can be reversed. But if Crow is revived, and don't tell me Crow is going to duel in spirit next to Shingo, that would be the dumbest thing, and I don't think that's what they're going to do. And initially, I want to know what your guys' reaction to this, so please comment down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the comments what you think, if this is a misprint, but I don't think this is a misprint at all. I think that would be a huge, huge misprint, and there's no way they made a mistake like this massive this late in the show. There's just no way. Crow is definitely going to be dueling again. But if he's revived, why not Tsukikage? Why not Dennis? Why not Yugioh? Now, it could be because Crow's card is being held by an ally. He currently is being held by Shingo. That's the last person we know that had his, soul to speak of. While Yuri has Yugioh, or now in this case, Zarc has Yugioh, and Yugioh has Dennis, so Dennis is carded inside a card. Cardception, if you will. But it just makes no sense to me. Tsukikage, I would imagine one of the Lancers have him. The Battle Beast, there's no way the Battle Beast has him unless Tsukikage's card is still in the woods or the jungle area. But what I'm saying is, did Shingo find a way to bring cards back to life? It makes no sense to me. Also, what's going to happen to Edo and Sora? We know Edo and Sora are going to lose this duel based off the summaries. It says blatantly that Edo and Sora are going to lose probably in the next episode, probably on Christmas Day. And if they get carded, then why wouldn't they just be revived back on the spot? Or are they going to be permanently killed off or, die in a way that they're not carded? This just makes no sense to me. Another thing that I kind of dislike about this is it again just shows the biasness towards 5Ds. Now, I love all the Yu-Gi-Oh shows, as you guys know, and I don't talk about which ones, and I never will talk about which ones I like more than the others, because I just think it just creates a rift in the community, and I don't like to talk about that. But 5Ds is one of my favorite shows. It's one of my top 3 favorite shows. And again, I like all of them. That's all I'm going to say about 5Ds. So coming from a pretty big 5Ds fan, I don't like it at all. I just think it's at this point, it's too much 5Ds, and it shows the biasness towards that show, that they're really going to go out of their way to revive Crow. It's probably going to make no sense at all, just so he can duel with Shingo, and just so he can most likely lose. Now, I know him and Shingo had a pretty, close relationship, and in the end, he did sacrifice himself for Shingo, and I think it was very valiant that Crow, acted upon that by attacking Shingo and breaking his duel disc so that he had to drop out. Also, a lot of people have said, Shingo's duel disc is broken, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh logic. They probably won't even touch on that. I'm sure Shingo's just going to throw it on, and they won't even make a deal out of that. But the thing I'm trying to say is, how do you revive Crow without reviving everyone else? And if you revive everyone else, where is the oh crap factor? Like when Edo and Sora, assuming they lose to Zarc, get carded. But if it's so easy to revive a carded character, like Shingo is going to revive Crow, or they're going to revive all the carded characters, then what's the penalty for losing? Is Crow going to be recarded when he loses to Zarc? That isn't really, that doesn't sit well with me. So what's going to happen? Are these all these characters going to permanently get killed off? And maybe Arc 5 is going to end extremely dark? I really don't know. We don't see Ray. We don't see Leo. Who knows if Ray is even going to duel at this point, honestly, with female. It's just funny to me. Look at all those characters. All male characters, and I think that sums up Yu-Gi-Oh! So well, that we have probably only 11 episodes left. We probably only have maybe 6 or 7 duels left, if a lot of them are going to be one-episode duels against Zarc, and we have no females dueling down the road, which is usually the case in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a shame, but it's usually the case, and I think this picture kind of sums that up so well. I mean, I don't know where Ray is. I don't know what's going to happen, but you guys let me know. I think it's just very interesting. I'm not a big fan of it. I would have liked to see a different character in Crow's place. I don't know who that character could have been. I think that might go back to the writing issues. Actually, instead of Shingo and Crow, why not have the Tyler twins? Or why not have one of the Tyler twins duel with Shingo? The problem is they haven't built up character relationships well enough, and that again goes back to the iffy writing, and because of that, they're forced to revive a character in circumstances that, to me, I can't see how it's going to make any sense. Hopefully I'm proven wrong, and I know I'm being a little critical, and I know I'm usually never critical, and it's for good reason, because I really do love the show, and I do enjoy the show, and I hope they prove me wrong, and they do this in a way that is entertaining, and at the same time it makes sense, and it keeps that nervy adrenaline factor where if you lose this duel, you're dead. And carded to this point means you're dead, but if it's so easy to revive a carded character again, what happens after this? Do they just lose and then the next wave comes in and nothing happens to them? To me, that's not Yu-Gi-Oh! I want high-stake duels, and I don't see how this is going to add to that unless, again, you're going to go down that permanent death route. So I don't know what they're going to do, guys, but I'm very excited for this. It is very interesting. I'm just very excited to see how they'll go about it. Leave all your thoughts down below. Tomorrow I will be releasing my second Fantasy Duel episode, so I hope you guys are excited for that. That should be a lot of fun. And then Sunday, it is Christmas, so Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope you enjoy the break, and as it's being dubbed, Zarcmas on Sunday as well. We will see Zarc versus Edo and Sora, and we will pray for Edo and Sora, but I think it will be Forever My Friend for both of those for both of those characters. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave your thoughts down below. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend.
I know that it's here, I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to